I think people now, part of what you've just mentioned, people express themselves differently. And
fatty.
Yeah, sure. I heard where, in fact, not just heard, we've seen there were trends that you should be, where sometimes I think 2020, post-COVID, where the issues that came with staying at home. You saw all the battering, all the violence that came to all these issues you've been mentioned with. And where people started expressing themselves saying, if you can't take me like this, at least post-COVID gave us the opportunity to know your partner for who he or she is. So it came up with the fact that you have to understand, you have to stay at home, stay put with that person for the whole of that period. You must know whether you like it or not, whether he likes water or soup or not.
It's important.
That's the period. Those dirty bad habits, those short-term bad habits that you've not had a very long time to stay with. Most couples, that was the first time they were staying with their partners since they got married. Yeah, and that gave a very beautiful opportunity for us young people also to learn. That's where I came up with the thoughts of, for me, I can't settle with someone that we are not on the same reasoning wavelengths. Which is very important.
You need time to know yourself. That's a very important thing. These are things we were talking about, both of you are talking about marriage counseling. Some people meet themselves, I just see, I know I'm going to marry. And then you start planning
desperation.
Marriage. But just, but sometimes it might just be, they think they fell in love at first sight. It happens. But you give yourself time to know each other. And this marriage counseling thing you said, every religion, I believe, does it. It's so important and so key. Because you hear things, you probably, even if you dated yourself for 5 years, you go into that marriage counseling, they will tell you some things that you think, I can't take this one. But you've dated already. All right. You know, it's so necessary. You know, can you talk to yourselves? Some people can't talk. You know that
many women don't know how
they talk on phone. But you can't talk in front of each other.
Very important.
In fact, when you made mention of where you have to ask questions. So there's a current trend these days, most especially now. That's where the issue that comes with money in terms of relationship. I will give you two perspectives now. First of all, imagine because I'm comfortable and you feel I'm comfortable and I can provide for you whatever it is. So now mentally, that's where I started speaking about wavelength, being on the same reasoning wavelength. You now become either a slave to my thoughts or whatsoever I say remains. So I ask you a question, you say whatever I like. I ask you a question, and at the end of the day, sometimes you just say it's
when
okay.
Not coming to America.
Yeah. So imagine.
They do that actually, that's when they want to get into the house.
So that's the problem now. At the end of the day, you discover this person cannot even reason for herself. Whatever she wants to do, she must.
She can't. She's just looking for something.
She wants to enter.